Hey guys, one of the hardest things that I have ever experienced in my whole life is handing my anxiety or depression over to the Lord. All right, is to say, okay, Lord, these fears that I'm having, these fears that are coming on me, and sometimes it's even dread. I can remember, for example, that I was just thinking about my grandchildren. We have four of them, and I was thinking about them, and I was like, my goodness gracious. I mean, really, what came over me was complete and utter dread over what's going on in the world today. I'm like, man, how are we going to fight artificial intelligence, and how are we going to fight all this stuff that's available to them online, and how are we going to fight technology, and how are we going to fight this, that, and the other, and just complete and utter dread for just a moment over. Okay, Lord, you know what I did? I went to Him in prayer. Okay, that's what you've got to do when you have that dread, when you have that anxiety, when you have that, that sickness beating you up. Then you sit and you say, okay, I'm going to the Lord in prayer. I'm handing it to you. I'm giving this to you. I'm not going to walk around like this. I'm be in fear. You know what I prayed? I told the church this, but you know what I prayed? I prayed, Lord, I want you to camp your biggest, ugliest, and yes, I said ugly because if you go to the book of Revelation, there's some ugly ones, ugly in our sense, certainly not ugly to the Lord, but ugly in our sense, angels in heaven. And here's the thing I said to them. I said, Lord, I want you to camp your biggest, ugliest, strongest angels around my children. And I know they got better things to do, and hopefully they'll be able to do a lot of that, but you have infinitely more angels than we could ever count. So camp them around our grandchildren. I know that they're going to go through temptation and trial, but I'm asking you to keep the most evil things away from them, evil as a whole away from them. That the devil would walk up and say, whoa, hey, hold up. No, no, no. We're not messing with those. We're not messing with those. That would be wonderful and tremendous, but that's what I'm praying. I just give it to Him. Everything that can happen after that is up to Him. Now, certainly He wants me to have skin in the game and to be a good granddaddy and teach them about the Lord, and the parents teach them about the Lord and all of those things. But what we have to realize is that He wants us to hand those things to Him. We have to come to a point in our lives. We have to come to a point in our lives where we understand exactly what's happening to us. That dread coming on us, because what the Bible says is God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So when I was at my worst there with dread, and I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, in all reality, thinking about all that's going on in the world, when that was happening, I said, who do I run to? I run to the Lord. Where does my hope come from? My hope comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. I'm going to go to Him. Here it is. I can't carry this load. I can't carry this load. I can't keep up with everything that may attack them. But if you have your strongest of angels and protection around them, I know that you can keep up with it, Lord. I know that you can do whatever you want. So please keep up with them, protect them, save their souls, make them love you, make them born again. Take your dread, take your anxiety, take your pain, take your depression, and give it to God. Love you guys. Bye-bye.